Hello, welcome back. So today I'm doing the four elements read: earth signs, fire signs, air signs, water signs, not in that particular order. Just seeing what the general energy is going on. I'll put that right there. All right, let's see. What is the current energy for my earth signs? Current energy for my earth signs. We got indecision in reverse. Give me one more card. Okay. Oh, okay. So indecision in reverse, caring connections, and the sun. So it's like you were at a crossroads for possibly about somebody. Sorry. And I feel like a lot of the decision was based on like you were trying to be practical about it. But I feel like you might have passed on loved ones that kind of helped steer you in the right direction and show you that this person's actually good for you. This person's going to change your life a lot, but for the better. Let's see. No. All right. Give me more information about indecision in reverse. You had a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights. Interesting. 8-8. But it's like, again, the answer came. You felt like everything was happening too fast. Like you could have felt like you were falling in love too fast. It was happening too fast. You could have had a previous like divorce or some previous relationship that reminded you of this person. So it made you think like, this is not a good idea. Okay, interesting. So again, I feel like you had almost help kind of from the other side, but also your intuition, because Queen of Wands is a very intuitive sign. You could be a fire sign, or the person could be a fire sign, or both. Well, I mean, not. You could have fire in your chart, or the other person could have fire in their chart. But it seems like what happened is your intuition, even though it seemed bad, your intuition and probably help from the other side let you know, like, even though it didn't work out before, this would work out this time. You have the Hierophant here. And that this would actually be like a long-term relationship, possibly even marriage. This person could like cats. Yeah. So it seems like you decided to make the right choice. Clarify carrying connections for me. Yeah, 2 cups. Devil. Okay. So you have 2 of cups, the devil, 3 of wands, ace of cups. So it's interesting. Let me move this and get some space up here. Just started doing it like this, so I don't know how I'm gonna put these cards. Anyways, so this person, I feel like, is very emotionally available, but could have some toxic traits, which could have been why you were indecisive on should you go with this relationship, because these traits or behaviors or past that this person has reminds me a lot of a past relationship. But the connection you felt was really strong. And so again, like, you thought about it and you decided, like, I feel like this person, there's a lot of potential for future stuff. There's a lot of potential for making a really great future with this person. That even though there was toxic, they might have like been a former addict, been a former, like never really had a good job, maybe had toxic exes, something in the past made it seem impossible that this would be a good idea practically. But I feel like even with all those like red flags, this person, you'll be able to go farther with this person than you would with anybody else because they have a really genuine heart. They could have water in their chart as well, but they're a very genuine person and they will treat you right. Like, they're going to treat you better than you've ever been treated before. Just be careful that you don't, if they have a past of like substance abuse, be careful that nothing you do, not saying make him go back to it, but make sure, you're doing your work, you're doing your shadow work, you're doing your healing and everything. So, you need to provide a good environment for yourself alone, but provide a good environment for other people that are living with you, right? Y'all could be doing a lot of shadow work together as well. You could have a sketchy past as well. And so you guys together are like working through stuff. But it's gonna come out to be like the love you guys have is gonna be so different than love you see in other relationships. You're gonna be glad you took this chance. So let's see what the sun is about. Give me more information on the sun. Any more information on the sun card here? Yeah. I think y'all make a really good team. I feel like, somebody's the Queen of Cups, somebody's the King of Pentacles. And it doesn't have to be, whatever. I usually am masculine in my relationships, even though I'm a female. So somebody's going to be the more feminine, intuitive energy, the more like open of their heart and more empathy, compassion, more idealistic. And somebody else is going to be the more bringing those ideas and to the physical realm and make them manifest. Like, you guys both are the land and the sea. Like, you can rule the world together. You have those two domains. You rule both domains. And let me see. So there's blue in this card too, and I was trying to make sure. So I see that he has his armor on his feet, but you see the water in the background, and then with her, you have her in the water, but also, she's on land. Sorry, it takes a little bit for my camera to focus. So it's like, again, like y'all are both, your domain is two different, one's more subconscious, one is more conscious, but you are able to, through each other, go into the other domains and you are ruling both of them together. And I think if you want to know what a power couple is, that's a power couple for sure. And I like this card here, the Five of Swords, being in the reverse, because I think a very strong part of this relationship is the fact that if there is a disagreement, you guys don't revert to like toxic communication. You know, it's not. So me and my boyfriend, we have a saying, and it's as long as one of us is right, that's all that matters. Meaning that, you know, we should never fight for one of us to be right. We should always fight for, well, no, okay. That we never fight for individually for like, I'm always going to be right or you're always going to be right. But it's like, as long as one of us has a good idea or understanding of what we're trying to get to, that's all that matters. Like with parenting, as long as one of us has a good idea or one of us is right, that's all that matters, because in the grand scheme of things, we are a team. So what is it going to help if both of us are wrong? And I think that happens a lot when people fight or couples fight. You're trying to be the one in the right, but it actually makes a wrong, you know, because you're not working together. So with the sun's illuminating, I think those things about your relationship, like, it's like y'all went through a lot of shit through love, through personal stuff, through self-esteem. And I think both of y'all have a foundation in spirituality, whether it be religion or spirituality. But it really helps you in your communication. And it really helps too that there's a practical side and there's an emotional side, you know, that each person has something to bring to the table, but together it works really, really well. Well then, let's see. All right, well, your reading is easy. I'm going to get a couple of more cards just to round out this message. Anything else you have to say to these earth signs that you're talking to? Buffalo, karmic lessons. Angels are protecting you. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. You guys meeting, or for the people that haven't met this person yet, and this is what you're praying for or wanting to manifest, I feel like this person is going to be part of your karmic lessons. Like you're both actually affecting each other karmically. Possibly that in a last lifetime y'all had some kind of soul contract, and in this lifetime you're carrying it out, and it has to do with the evolution of your soul and getting to where you need to get to. And it could be like they're a real foundational part of learning those things and your destiny, because they will help you see parts of yourself that you won't be able to see by yourself. Also, they'll be able to love you in such a way that it helps you heal those parts of you that you've been having trouble healing. With Buffalo, it's going to be a very solid, stable relationship. It's going to be very protecting, secure, nurturing, stable, like very good energy. And angels are protecting you guys. And I think a part of that is too that be very careful of like how much of your information that you put out there, because some people are just plain haters, you know. They see a really good relationship, or they see that somebody, you know, is a really good partner, and out of their jealousy they might try to stir some trouble. So be careful of that. But I feel like angels are protecting you guys, because like both of y'all have a very big mission separately, but even more so together. And together you'll be able to accomplish that mission. So you need a little bit of extra protection, because, you know, we can't go into toxic positivity and think, oh, it's just love and light. That's just the universe and everything else doesn't exist. Believe what you want, but we live in a universe of polarity. So there's light and dark, there's hot and cold, there's love and hate, there's good and evil. There is a spectrum of everything. And so, just as, you're putting good energy out there, know that people put bad energy out there. And a lot of them don't even realize what they're doing. But it doesn't matter because our thoughts become manifest on this plane, right? All right, well, I ain't got nothing else to tell you. That was a great read. So, y'all take care. All right. That was Earth. Let's do fire. Fire signs. Fire signs. Fires. Nope. I'm not taking on that. Yep. Told me to take it. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Interesting. We have the world. The thinking man in reverse. And magician in the mirror. Okay. I feel like a lot of your opportunities are going to come from you getting out of your head. I feel like you're trying to bring a lot of things into life. You're trying to manifest a lot of things right now. And I feel like you're a little too much in your head. And you're trying to strategize a little too much. And the magician in the mirror here is saying, like, get out of your head. And it's more of like getting into your, like, a magical space. I think that's one thing why, like, rituals and like spells and witchcraft work, because it gets you out of your head and it puts you into your subconscious. So you're manifesting through your will, and you're manifesting through, your higher chakras rather than your mind. So let's see. You can bypass a lot of roadblocks too when you're accessing your subconscious, because you're not having to deal with like doubt. All right, give me more information on the world. The moon, interesting. The world and the moon. Oh my god. Temperance in reversed. Okay, it's interesting. Oh my god, what are my hands doing? It's interesting. All major arcana but one. You have the moon, temperance in reverse, and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Again, so I think there's subconscious. There's things that are going on that you don't understand what's happening, and it's causing an imbalance in your like soul energy, which is making it harder to manifest. Because it's like you're trying to drive, but you're pressing the brake and the gas at the same time. And I think that's what's like, things are coming to you. A lot of things that you've been manifesting and trying to put out there, they're coming to you, but right now it's stuck. There's no forward movement. Which is crazy because, Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving knights in the deck. So even when he is going forward, it's super slow. But with the Knight of Pentacles being in the verse, I feel like this is what it's saying is, yeah, there's some subconscious stuff that's happening, some subconscious beliefs that are putting what you're trying to bring in stuck. If that makes sense. But it's like what's going to come in is going to change. It's going to be a very pivotal time in your life. It's going to be one of those like big events in your life where it's like If you ever look back at your life, you have these moments in time, whether it be like a couple of months or even a year, where you're like, man, so many good things happened that year, or I accomplished so much that year. I feel like that's coming up. That's coming up, but some things need to be worked on, some things need to be looked at and assessed before it can come in. So let me see what Thinking Man. Alright. Why is Thinking Man in reverse here? Give me more information about that. Interesting. Interesting, they're going in the same way, too. Okay. So you have the Knight of Cups, you have Death, the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Four of Pentacles with the Thinking Man. So again, I feel like it's really interesting that this came up side by side. I feel like this is telling me that a part of you, I mean, obviously something has to die, you know, death, transformation, rebirth. And I'm trying to understand if it's an emotional problem or you need more emotions. I think you need to connect to your heart more. I think that's why, like, you see that the horse stopped here before the water, almost like it's afraid. That's interesting. Both are doing that. He's looking at the water. He's not. He's going forward. So I feel like you need to connect to your emotions more. Like, you need to stop almost being afraid of your emotions or being vulnerable. Stop keeping yourself from crying. Stop. You could think all day. You could read all the books in the world. But I think part of applying it is being able to get in your emotional power. And I think that's a lot of like magic and witchcraft, whatever you want to call it. I think a lot of the power of magic comes from emotions, but you have to learn how to wield your emotions in such a way where the power comes through it, but you're never going to be controlled by your emotions. So we have, you see that right there? If it will, is it gonna focus? Sorry. Okay, so you see that right there, the two towers with the sun? That's what this is. It's the two towers. You're going to Mordor. So that's interesting. Subconscious. Something is stuck in your subconscious that has you super guarded and stuck in thinking mode, but it's not helping you anymore. Like, it helped you for a long time, but now being overly logical and thinking and going that route is actually hindering you. I think it's actually holding up stuff. And so it's needed to, I think that's like going to be your breakthrough too. I think part of your breakthrough is, again, getting in touch with your emotions. Like, going, it's going to suck. Going to the places in yourself that hurt you the most. Like, revisiting those things, but healing them. That's where, you know, you could have been doing shadow work on like pretty surface issues, but especially if you have trauma from like childhood, There might be things that you've been holding off on really diving into. And it could be part of the reason why, like, you are somewhat shut down emotionally, or you don't know how to really express emotions or even express your own individuality without it being in a certain, like, in a box. It's like you can show that you're happy, but it almost seems capped. Like, as in, or like you have a limiter on it. So you need to go into a meditative space. You need to go into yourself to see what is holding you back. What has you so guarded? What are you afraid to deal with? What are you afraid to transform? Like, you have to go to those deep, dark depths of hell, basically, within yourself to figure out in your subconscious, like, what is holding me back? And I think that's what's going to, it's like I almost see a lid like popping open. That's what's going to release all these things that it's like all your wishes, your dreams, desires been put in a box. And when you tap into this, it's going to just whoop, open it right up like a treasure chest. So let's see what the Magician in the Mirror says. Alright. Give me more information on the Magician in the Mirror. Alright. That's a lot. That's interesting. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, but the Ace of Pentacles upright. That's so interesting. So your sign showed up for the Magician in the Mirror, but both in reverse, huh? This is saying that, again, I feel like it's still saying, like, you need to stop looking for the answer logically. Stop looking to the mind for the answer, because when you look to the mind for the answer, like, you'll feel almost like you figured it out at first, but then it's just going to be like, yeah, and then what do I do with this? It's going to be flat. Like, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's almost like you have to go back to the beginning. Like, all the knowledge you've acquired, all the things that you have realized about yourself, and, like, even learned about manifesting, I feel like you have to go back to the beginning and figure out how to actually apply these things. Let me get one more card. Oh, shit. It's going to be a Tower moment. But the Tower moment is going to bring the brand new start, which is going to help bring in the Tower moment. This is the Tower moment right here. This is the Tower moment. Getting out of your head. Stop looking at what is just in front of you. Doing ritual work or spell work, shadow work, whatever you need to do to connect to your inner self and your emotions. That part, that radical shift in your beliefs and how you feel about yourself and how you feel about the world, that's going to bring this beginning, this new beginning. That's what's going to help bring in what you've been trying to bring in this whole time. All right, let me get a couple more cards to see if there's any additional messages or anything to tie with this. Is there any further clarification? Oh my god. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, do you have any more cards that could further clarify this reading for my fire signs? That's too many. Oh my god. You could be very frustrated with all this too. Feel like you're trying, and you're getting nowhere. And it's just getting to the part where it's like boiling over almost. Give me two more cards to further clarify this message that can help my fire signs. Stop taking things so seriously? Yeah, for sure. And unexpected communication. Unexpected communication, huh? So, I mean, obviously, we stop taking things so seriously. That's a part of it too, man. Like, when you start getting stuck in a problem, or like you're doing all this work on yourself, like, take a time out, go have some fun. Go do something that'll make you feel like a kid again so you can reset. You gotta reset. Especially people like that have air or earth moon signs. Like, you can get stuck in trying to overthink, overanalyze, overdo. You just gotta reset. So stop taking things so seriously too. Like, that's another thing, detached from the outcome kind of thing. And I feel, okay, I feel this is like, you doing this work on yourself is almost going to kind of like unleash something. And it could be an apology from somebody. That's what I just heard. It's almost like you will end up getting closure from somebody that you never did. But it's like, once you actually healed the root cause of like your abandonment issues, of your rejection issues, like your low self-esteem, or like, you know, when you really get to that root, and it's like, once you heal that, you're going to get an apology from somebody. I feel like getting one more card. Just be weary of the apology. I mean, take the apology and go. But if somebody did you really wrong, like, you don't have to be their friend anymore. You don't have to date them again. You don't have to be around them. It's whatever. Take the apology. Thanks, I appreciate it. And like, move on. If you think, you got to have discernment, you know, you got to cultivate your spiritual powers enough where you can tell if somebody's being fake or not, you know. I always get a hit in the chest when somebody's lying to me. It almost feels like like a hit to the chest. It's crazy. But also, again, like, when you're doing your shadow work, really pay attention to not trying to blame things on yourself. Things that happened to you that were bad, that somebody else did to you, is not your fault. But sometimes when we're doing shadow work, like, a lot of stuff comes out, and possibly a lot of trapped emotions, shame, guilt, you know. Don't buy into anything telling you it was your fault. If you did something to contribute to something negative, like, you have to understand, you have to give yourself grace. You have to be compassionate with yourself, and you have to learn from it. You know, you can't live a lifetime of regret. You just have to learn from it, be a better person so you don't hurt anybody else. You know? I feel like getting you an angel card because you guys got to be working on some real serious stuff. So, let me get an angel card for my fire signs. I'm going to take this one. See, compassion. I told you. So it's Archangel. Can you see that? No. Okay. Not going to do it. Cool. Compassion. Archangel Zadkiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. I mean, that's fucking perfect. All right. You guys take care or else. All right. So we did earth, we did fire. Let's do air. Let's do my air signs. That's probably loud as shit. All right. What is going on currently with my air signs? What do they need to hear right now? What do my air signs need to hear right now? Okay, that's too much. I'm going to keep these three, but I'll show you these two. You have Goddess of the Moon in reverse and fourth chakra, which is your heart chakra in reverse. So seems like some problems with your heart, maybe a broken heart, but also your intuition you may feel is blocked right now. Okay, that's interesting. We have hostilities, door to value in reverse, but blossoming abundance in the upright. Okay. Seems like you're going through a pretty frustrating time. Like you feel like things aren't going your way financially or career wise, but you don't realize you're way more blessed than you are, that you realize. You realize you're more blessed than you realize. Alright, hostilities. Give me more information about hostilities here. Okay. Alright, so we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit, and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So you could be having a fallout with a older male figure or somebody that's an earth sign, possibly Virgo. That's Virgo. Okay, I feel like actually, so you've had problems with a male in your life, and it's caused a lot of hostilities, whether you voice it or not. But I feel like part of your lack of manifesting is holding on to something negative about this person. But I feel like you're about to have some kind of revelation. I feel like you're going to go to the caves, like you're going to do some spiritual work, whatever yours is, and you're going to have a revelation about the hostilities you hold towards this person. And that truth that you see is going to like set you free, basically. You're going to be able to lay down your burdens, and it's going to be like a quick thing. So like when Ten of Wands upright, it's like slow moving releasing of a burden. When it's reverse, it's like a fast release, because you just dropped that shit. This is going to be a major thing in your life. It's going to open up a lot of doors for you. But it's going to make you like realize a lot about yourself too, of what's actually the real nature of this like deep down kind of resentment for this person. Why is door to value in the reverse? Why is door to value here in the reverse? So we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like you might be somebody that starts a lot of projects. I laugh because that is me. But it's like, just finish one at a time. And I feel like that's why you're not seeing like returns on investments, because you keep starting stuff, but you're not finishing anything. And how can you get a return on your investment if you don't finish that thing? I feel like that's what's holding your money up. You just wanting to keep starting new things, but never finishing anything. So like, kind of take a page out of like Earth Sign's book, and just as like learn to be good at the little details. Focus on the little things, like just focusing on the boring things. Whatever it takes to finish one project at a time, you need to finish one project at a time before going to the second one. Don't go to a second one until you finish the one that you started. And I feel like that hard work is going to be better than that creativity. And as air signs, or at least me, I feel like I have so much creativity, so many good ideas. I write down ideas all the time, but I don't do any of those ideas. So I don't see shit. So if you're like me, just fucking make yourself do one thing at a time and finish one thing at a time. Spirit's telling me I ain't shit. Oh man. Alright. Blossoming abundance. Why is blossoming abundance here? Give me more information on blossoming abundance. That flew out. Give me more information on blossoming abundance. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, a lot of yellow, Strength in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting. Go from the Page to the Queen, huh? Start off small. That's what I heard. Start off small, and it's not going to be... You have to do what you love, though. Because I feel like part of what you've been doing is trying to, like, strong arm yourself, like, trying to go off pure determination and will to do certain projects. But I feel like start off small. Just do what you can in those times that you can. You don't have to do a lot of work at one time. If you can only put 10 to 15 minutes into what you're trying to build, do it. If you don't feel inspired, like, don't do it. Because if you keep trying to push, I feel like you'll get burnt out. But you have to also remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. So I feel like a lot of this has to do with, like, trying to bring something in, trying to manifest something, it's a lot of money cards here. It's a lot of money. So something about your career, something about money, business. I think that's what it is you are so focused on trying to make money, but not understanding that I feel like there's a subconscious belief around money too that's kind of messing you up. I feel like you have to really figure out something that you love doing. And again, just start small. Just do it when you enjoy it. And don't think about the how. Just think about why you're doing it, why you want to help people, why you want to bring art into this world, why you want to run a shelter, why you want to, have a farm, why you want to, whatever. And I think as you really engage into your why you're doing this, how it lights you up, that is the key. That's going to bring your abundance, and being very grateful for having the chance of doing what you're doing. You have a lot of yellow, so I feel like it's a lot of, I don't know, I'm getting like gratitude, a lot of gratitude for what you have, a lot of gratitude for what you're doing, and that you're even able to follow something that makes you happy. And I feel like that's interesting. As you do what you love and get in that space of having joy, it's going to attract really good things into your life. Like, I feel like you are going to you are going to come into who you're meant to be by doing what you love. And not thinking about the how, but every day focusing a little bit on it, giving a little bit to it. And it's interesting, like the Page of Pentacles is like giving it. You start by giving it, and you end by receiving it. I think that's a lot too, where you're going to give to the world. Figure out how to contribute to the world, how to contribute to the collective. And by you contributing to it, you will also receive. And it's not going to be by sheer might or force. You got to find the flow. You got to find the flow. I'm going to pull some more cards because I wish I could tell you how to get in the flow, because I'm trying to figure it out myself. All right. Can you further clarify this message that's here for the air signs? Ugh, that's too many. But you might need to take care of your health. All right. Further clarify this message for my... I swear to God, if it does it again... I've just heard, don't worry, there's going to be a lot of false starts. You're going to be trying a lot of new things. Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Is this what I like? Is that what I like? Don't be afraid to try everything that comes across. But when you find something you really like, take it as far as you can. Take it as far as you can and complete it. And you put it out there. You put it out there. And you'll see things come back. But there's going to be one particular thing. Of all the million of things that you are trying and putting out there, one is going to come back. And it's going to be the thing that you are meant to do for the rest of your life and to contribute. Or be the main thing. You don't have to stick to one thing, but it'll be your main thing of how you help humanity. I feel like you got to stop sitting on your gifts. You have gifts, and your gifts can make you money. And you got to stop. Your gifts are not meant for you. They're meant for the world, to make the world a better place. So, okay, further clarify this message. We have someone is lying. May. Brainstorm money ideas. I'm going to get one more. Okay, never mind. Those want to come out, I'm going to take them. Take care of your health. Take care of your health. I feel like, Earth, very, health focused as well. Root chakra. Take care of your health. If you're not taking care of your health, your brain, your your heart, like all of that stuff's not going to function together. So it is very important. Go for a walk every day, you know, drink enough water. Make sure that you're focusing on your body as well. Your body is a temple, and it is what you bring in information from the spirit realm, the astral realm, and you bring it through, and it through your body. So if your body is not healthy enough, it's going to have a hard time if you're bringing psychic information through. So make sure you take care of your health. Storm is coming. Fall. Someone is lying. So be careful about people around you, that especially if it has to do with money. If somebody says they need to borrow money and they'll pay you back, I would be very wary of that. May is probably going to be a big... Okay, so I feel like this is fall time for you, right? So stuff that you did in May, like that you planted in May, you're going to start seeing this fall. You're going to start seeing the results, like your harvest. But also that stuff that is no longer serving you is going to start to die. It's going to start to fall off. But next May could be a really big time for you as well. So it seems like stuff that you do in one season, you're going to see almost come to fruition in another season. Definitely brainstorm money ideas. Do all of your ideas, but make sure you finish them. If you get an idea, go through with it. And then go to the next one. You know, go to the next one. But don't start one, start the next, start the next, start the next, start the next, and wonder why nothing is happening for you when you've only put in 5% effort in those things, right? So overall, I mean, really good reading. It's very interesting. You know, started off one way. Storm is coming. Yeah. Be really careful of somebody close to you, and it might be this person that you have hostilities with, that you forgive them and stuff like that, but I feel like there might be some big issue that happens soon with this person. So just be mindful. You know, for some of you that will happen, for some of you that will not. Take care. Alright. And for the last, we're going to do water signs. Alright, what is the current energy for water signs? What do the water signs need to know right now? No, that's too many. What's the current energy for water signs? What do they need to know? Okay. We have Angel of Love. Oh, that's interesting. Angel of Love, fourth chakra reverse, anxiety, and envy reversed. Okay. That's so weird. To have a heart chakra blocked or overactive, possibly anxiety, but the Angel of Love is here. Could be that you are starting a new relationship, but you're anxious about it. You're wondering why or when something bad's going to happen, or if this is something you should be following. Clarify Angel of Love for me. That's too much. Okay. Give me more information on Angel of Love. Give me more information on Angel of Love. Give me more information. At least one more card. Seems like it doesn't want to give. More clarification on Angel of Love, please. Okay. Whoa, okay. So, um, 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 Eight of Cups, the World, and then Four of Wands. It seems then like you've had some. There's a current relationship you're not really sure if it's for you. I feel like you're going through a relationship right now or a period of singleness that I feel like you're supposed to go through it to learn a lesson. And once you complete this cycle, once you've learned this lesson, then the Angel of Love can come in and a really good relationship, possible marriage is coming because you learned your lesson. You went ahead and did what you had to do. Either walk away from a relationship that wasn't serving you anymore or walking away from relationships, period, to figure out like what is the missing piece that I need to know in order to have a successful relationship. All right, why is the fourth chakra here in the reverse? I just got immediately, this has to do, so this is relationships or possibly like loving yourself and marriage is coming. This, I got career immediately, like doing what you love to do. And I feel like you are trying to figure out what will make you happy career wise. And you're trying to balance like your head and your heart. Like, I would really like to do something else, but this is making me a lot of money. But I feel like ultimately, whatever you're going to be happy doing is something that it's going to involve people. You're creating for people. You're working with people. You're helping people. Definitely something creative. And even teaching, I'm getting. Let me see. Give me another card to clarify. Oh, come on now. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be teaching. Three is like creative numbers, creativity. And I feel like you're going to make your creative passions. That's what's going to make you money. But also be happy about it. Like you could be making money now, but you're just not really that happy at what you're doing. But you're trying to be responsible. You're trying to do the right thing. It's just your heart's not in it right now. And that might be giving you a little bit of anxiety. It's really interesting. Huh. So I'm kind of getting a mixed message. I thought this was going towards love, but now it's like almost loving yourself will lead you to doing what you love. Huh. Okay, why is anxiety here? Give me more information on anxiety. Okay, y'all gotta stop jumping out at me. This is a lot. You have Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands, Temperance in reverse, Four of Cups. So I feel like the anxiety is trying to choose what's going to work for you, but you're scared of making the wrong choice. There's so many choices, different choices you can go or make. There's a lot of different avenues to choose from of what is going to emotionally fulfill you, but like your head is telling you, though, like, that's going to take too long to make money, or that's not going to be practical, or you don't know enough about this. You're almost blocking communication from like your higher self. Doubting yourself in a way, being like, there's no way I can do this. Like other people, I feel like you don't see a way to make it work. But with the Ace of Wands here, Temperance, and the Four of Cups, it's like because you are so, like, because you don't see a way and you're kind of being, you're trying to figure out the how, it's putting you out of balance. And spirit, the universe is like, I have a way for you to do this, but you're so focused on like a little bit of like what people would say about you, like, am I responsible for doing this? But also you're so focused on how other people have made it in their lives, how other people went on their path. Like spirit's like, I'm doing something totally different for you, but because you're in this frequency of anxiety, it's lower vibrational, like you're not seeing the answer. But I feel like you're gonna get an idea out of nowhere. You're gonna get an idea out of nowhere, and that's gonna show you the way of how to step into, it's like working for yourself. Step into working for yourself and to be able to make money. Because I think one thing you're scared of is, even though I might, like, I'll really like working for myself, it's not practical. I won't make money I won't be able to make money survive. And then I have to pay for insurance. Like, it's going to be too much trouble. But it's like Spirit's saying, take the first step. Take the first step. So I feel like when you do creative stuff, like, people really admire you. And they admire the way that your brain works. And you do have things to say, but you get stuck in your head about, will it work or not? Or is now the time not the time? And I feel like you kind of have to break away and really start trusting yourself and just start in any way that you can. Start putting yourself in front of people. Let's see. Why is envy here in the reverse? That's interesting. Give me more information on envy. Yeah, people are going to be jealous of you, though. Oh. The Nine of Cups. I feel like people are going to be jealous of you figuring it out. Like, you being able to go off on your own, do something super, like, creative, and something that gives you freedom to live your life the way you want to. And they're going to be jealous because, like, you're going to be really, really happy. Like, you're doing the work that it takes for you to figure out what it makes you happy, and trusting universe and just doing it. You have a lot of cups on this one. That's interesting. Yeah, teacher, community, like, fulfilled. Okay, so I feel like at first people are going to be envious of you. Like, at first people are going to not backstab you, but Be like, this is not going to work for them. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. They think they're just going to leave their regular 9 to 5 and be able to make this career and it's just going to work out for them. Do they not understand how hard it is to make money? Not understanding, like, when you master your emotions in a certain way and when you master doubt and unbelief, anything is possible. And when you really love what you're doing, like, universe will make a way for you as long as you trust it and surrender. And I feel like once you start flourishing and you're like sitting pretty with, like, you're doing well financially, you're doing well in your family, you're traveling, you're doing this, you're doing that, like, people are going to be like, dude, they have it all. They have it all. And I think then, like, it'll come where the people around you are going to celebrate you and be like, you figured it out. And then now you're going to become the teacher. You're going to have to show them, you know, this is how I did it. This is how you can do it. These are the things. But I feel like, you know, there are going to be that group of people. There's always going to be haters. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be people that are going to not believe in you or be like, oh, they just got lucky, or it's not going to last forever. And you're just going to have to learn to, like, not listen to that and take pride in the more you grow and the successful you become, that you can just sit there like this guy and just be like, oh yeah, what'd you say about me not being happy or successful? Like, I'm doing great. Like, life is tight. So that's really... Ooh, 2 5s too. You have 2 4s, 2 5s, 3s. That's interesting. I think your creativity is going to make a way for you to find a stable income. And that stability and that stable income is going to change your life. It's going to change your life for the better. And it's going to change other people's lives because they're going to be like, well, he did it. It's going to be like the 6-minute mile or the 4-minute mile. Like, was it 4 minute? 6 sounds slow. Anyways, but it's like, you know, there's a lot of times people can't break a record, but all it takes is one person to break it and then everybody else can. And I feel like you're going to be one of those in your family. You're going to be like to pave the way, to show them, like, you don't have to be a slave to the system in order to be successful and happy. You know, you can have it all. And I'm going to show you how to have it all. So that's cute. Let me get a couple more messages for you. All right. What additional messages can you give for my water signs to further clarify this message? Shit. Sorry. Some days energy is just crazy and they just go nuts. All right. What further messages can you give for my water signs? What do they need to know? Let's see. Okay, you want to come down? Oh, it's so much. Okay, a risk worth taking. Yeah. I think leaning into your creative passions, leaning into teaching, leaning into that stuff is a risk worth taking. Meditate. That'll probably help you, you know, clear out the anxiety, clear out the confusion, clear out and figure out exactly which way to go and go towards that side. Shadow side, irrational thinking, same thing. You know, don't let irrational thinking, your shadow side, telling you you can't do this, you can't do this. Then we have Fox, God damn it. Fox, 1 and karmic partner. So I think, well, we have over here, you know, you are going to find through all of this the person that will, I don't want to say so much you're meant to be with, but it's going to be a really good match for you. It's going to be somebody that's going to really help you work through karma and get, you know, help you fulfill your destiny. And they are going to be, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a long marriage too. I mean, you have the minor and major arcana for marriage. So I think the partner that you find through all this, or if you're with somebody and they are supportive of you, like that's somebody that's going to really help you in your life. And it could be possibly they came from a past life to help you fulfill your destiny in this life. I think another sign got that, or another element, whatever. With one, it's new beginnings. It's new beginnings. Like, stuff is about to change so much, and like, it's changing now. Now is the new beginning. Now is the beginning of all of that. And you're going to start seeing your life change. Within a year, you're going to see your life is totally different. And you're going to be so glad you took that risk, that you decided to go towards your heart and not worry about the money. But the money's going to be there. Like, don't be irrational, you know. But I feel like as long as you meditate and connect with spirit, it'll be real strategic in what you do and how you do it. And with Fox here, I feel like, to me, so depending on really the energy, it reads or gives me different meanings. But Fox right now that's coming to me is like, stay flexible, stay adaptable, like stay nimble, and always look out for opportunities. If there's an opportunity to network, there's an opportunity to market yourself, if there's an opportunity for something to invest in yourself, like, go for it. Be on the lookout for opportunities. Stay flexible. And stay alert for bad energy, like people that are jealous of you or that might put negative energy on you. Stay guarded. Like, do your psychic protection and your cleansings, because where you're going, you're going to need a high vibration, because it's going to be a fast movement, forward movement, and it's going to be fast. So it's probably why meditate came out, you know. Spirit needs you to be at a certain vibration so it could just like catapult you through this next year to get you to start living your purpose. Well, that's beautiful. So that's all I have for you. Bye.